Knight here for TK24 Sports, and on today's show, it's more frustration than jubilation, shall we say. Arsenal are in a hot mess. And it's not just in it for a minute, it's in an eternity, a hot mess. It's problems after problems after problems after problems. And what's the latest problem? Attacking. It's just getting worse and worse every game. Mikel Arteta and Pep Guardiola are the same. They are the same mentality, the same philosophy. It's no wonder Man City are in trouble. It's no wonder Arsenal are in trouble. They don't know any other way to win. They don't know any other way to play. They don't know any other way to attack. And that is evident. Man City are struggling. Arsenal are struggling. Man City are struggling to attack. And you're going to be thinking, well, Ty, they won 5-1 against West Ham. We won 5-2 against West Ham. Liverpool won 5-0 against West Ham. Let's not get excited and start thinking, because you scored 5 goals against West Ham, you know how to attack. No. Mini rant over. Arsenal drew 1-1 against Brighton, and it was a goal that Brighton scored from the penalty spot that's caused a load of arguments. Was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? You know, Saliba headed the ball after Pedro headed the ball. They clashed heads so softly, may I add, and a penalty was given by Anthony Taylor, and everyone's gone up in arms and saying this is why Anthony Taylor's rubbish. There we go again, another decision against Arsenal from a referee that's cost Arsenal 3 points and potentially the league. Okay. Start of the season, I claimed that Liverpool were going to win the league. They had a bit better shot than Arsenal. I just felt it. I don't know why. It wasn't for a video to go viral or anything like that, which it did. But my belief was Liverpool were going to be better suited. And I didn't even get to see Liverpool play under Arne Slot. This is before the season even started. This is before even pre-season. It was just the videos that was coming out from Liverpool that they were putting out, the players coming out, mainly Curtis Jones coming out saying he's enjoying football, he's enjoying the tactics, he's enjoying the training under the new manager Arne Slot. It's totally different from Jurgen Klopp. It's much more intense. And that word there, much more intense, told me Liverpool are going to be doing something, because we just don't know how Liverpool are going to play. We just don't know how they're going to attack. We haven't really seen what this manager can do with this new team. Forget what he done over in Holland. We knew what Mikel Arteta was about. We knew this guy still had layers to go, still had things to build in his personality when it comes to football. He's still trying to build teams. He's still trying to get his ideology across, because he still doesn't know what his ideology is when it comes to football, let alone when it comes to attacking in football. So let's fast forward to here we are now. I'm trying not to rant, because when you rant, you start saying things that you don't really mean. You just say it out of anger. So I'm just trying to compose myself. So that's how I'm going to do it. And that's how everyone should do it. But it's kind of hard. Mikel Arteta ruined what he done last season going to this season. He didn't build upon from last season, which Arsenal were, in my opinion, still the best team in the league. They just faltered on a couple of occasions, mainly the Aston Villa game at home where they threw it away. In my opinion, again, this is my opinion, I feel Mikel Arteta took that one game and thought, let me go into this season, as good as we are, when we're in the lead, we're not going to keep on going for it. Even though Arsenal lost and didn't score a goal against Aston Villa, I still believe he thought, as good as the defence is, once we take a lead, if we sit back and don't attack as much, we will just go on and win the game and then go on and win the league. That hasn't happened. Injuries have happened. Silly sending off has happened this season. It's now flawed his belief, and he is stuck, and you can see that. He's stuck in a style of play. They started getting goals from corners and set pieces. Now he's thinking, okay, if we do attack, if we semi-attack and we get a set play, then we can get a goal from that, and still we don't have to go push forward as much to go and find a goal from open play. Again, my beliefs, no one else's belief. I don't get influenced by watching other videos, listening to other supporters, listening to talk shows, or anything like that. This is just my belief and what I feel I am watching. What are you watching when you see Arsenal play? What are you seeing when you see Arsenal play? It's evident also that Arsenal need 3 more attackers. And we're talking about attackers, not players. I'm not talking about people to come in and be a substitute for Bukayo Saka, a substitute for Kai Havertz or Jesus, a substitute or a backup player for Martinelli or Trossard. I'm talking about go out and buy worthy starting 11 players who will play in the first 11, who will be your number one in the first 11, and give those boys a run for their money. That's what I'm looking at. Go out and buy a right winger who will give Saka a run for his money. Make that boy earn his bread. Jesus, Havertz, go and buy a Gyökeres, an Isaac, and make those two work for their money. If they can't cut it, then guess what? And that's oh my god, the rant. I almost said it. I almost said even for Saka, if you can't cut it, you're gonna have to go. And it sounds harsh. But the reality is, if you want to be a club to go and win the league, you need the best around. Big people and CEOs will tell you the smartest thing I ever done was get people around me who are smarter than me, who are better than me for my business to grow. I had the idea, I just planted the seed, and then they were the rain who came in and made it grow. They found the different weeds around me to make it grow. I couldn't do it all by myself. Arteta, you cannot do it all by yourself. You need to get better left wingers. Trossard played all 90 minutes yesterday, and I didn't even notice that. In the second half, I started asking myself, is Trossard still on the pitch? Have I missed something? Was I on my phone doing extra research? That's how missing he was yesterday. Arsenal were missing as a whole yesterday. They scored a nice goal in the first half when Ranieri, but apart from that, they didn't get any real shots on goal. I remember Declan Rice's P-roller shot from outside the box. Thomas Partey's headers are just dreadful. But a set piece from the corner when they went to head the ball and two of them clashed together and Jesus on the floor going, eh. So as much as this video is a rant, it's trying not to be. But the frustration out there for myself or for other Arsenal supporters is justified. But what I won't always do is come on here and then slag off the referees about their stupid decisions because we know they're going to make stupid decisions. That's what happens in referee. But other times they get it right. And most of the time, Arsenal are just getting it wrong. Set pieces, throw-ons. How long does it take to throw the ball in? If you watch the players, they just stand there like a mannequin. They don't move. They just stand there and just wait and just do that. They just do that. This is what they do. An Arsenal throwing player. Thomas Partey. Ben White. Timber. That's what they do. It's annoying the way they think they can delay the play. Corners. Stand there. Waiting for them to start running in to start and then go, what we're going to do now? There's no urgency in their attack. There's no urgency from their throw-ins. There's no urgency from set pieces. There's no urgency, and they think that's just the way. The referees have caught onto it. They know when they go into the game, like, listen, if they're taking more than 10 seconds, we're going to start, blowing whistles and booking players. And Arsenal still don't cop onto that. Now you see the way when we played, was it Monaco at home? And they were the first team to say, yo, let's push, when they got a corner, let's push 3 men on the halfway line. So it doesn't make our box congested when they score a goal. Guess what every team does? 3 men on the halfway line. Makes it easier for the keeper to come out and catch the ball. Makes it easier for the defenders to go and win that first header if their delivery is not so great. Arsenal just don't adapt. Mikel Arteta just doesn't adapt. Pep Guardiola just doesn't adapt because they don't know how to adapt. Once they got a winning formula, all of a sudden, if it doesn't work no more, they don't know what to do. So that's when you start to, now you have to question Mikel Arteta and start saying, what do you have about you? You don't want to go for a striker. Pep Guardiola didn't really want to go for a striker. He had Aguero, then he tried to substitute him for Jesus. That's why he bought Jesus, by the way, because he thought Aguero was getting too big for his boots. And then he settled for Haaland. Now Haaland can't score because he had Alvarez, but then Alvarez went because he's like, stuff this. Listen, bro, I should be starting over Haaland. Haaland, you think he's great, but he's not that great. And now it's been shown he's good, but he's not all great. He's not an all-time goal scorer. He's not an all, he scores goals, but he's not an all-time. You're going to be thinking about in 5, 10 years time going, man, remember Haaland, how much of a beast he was. He came in, he was a beast for 2 years, and now you're seeing what he really is. He doesn't offer much. He doesn't. Arsenal need to offer more. They need to attack more. Mikel Arteta needs to definitely attack. You score one, you go for two. You score two, you go for three. You score three, you go for four. You keep on pushing and you show the other team, don't come no more. Just sit back, give us the ball and let us have our time. But yet, Arsenal score a goal and the other team are going, they're going to sit back. Let's just go for them. And Arsenal get figured out that way. Easier said than done. I know. This doesn't have to go that much longer. It doesn't. But thanks for watching. I'm Tana here for TK24 Sports. Like, subscribe, turn that notification on so you don't miss a show every time we upload. I just had to get this sort of show off my chest. Last night, frustrated, very much so. The game was poor showing from Arsenal, but sometimes you just have to let it loose and don't let it loose on the ones that's close to you, like your wife, your partner, your kids, whatever it is going to be, just because 11 men on the pitch, plus the manager, plus the coaches, fail to realise what you have to do to go and win a game. Anyway, have a great day. See you later.